Hello, Bolus Brigade, and welcome to your deck review. I see we are doing a bracket for Zur Stacks deck, and the stacks we want to do most in the world is Counterbalance. And then, oh god, I hate you. So where is this accursed card? We want to counterbalance, and then we want to manipulate the top card of our library to stop people from playing the game. And I just want to say flat out at the beginning of this review, not gonna work. Flatly. Even in bracket 4, even in like CEDH where mana values are a lot tighter, there are a lot less like 7 mana bombs. Most people are casting things around the like 2 to 3 mana value. What you are describing to me sounds like, with my current level of game knowledge, you're saying like, I want to enter a fencing competition and I want to do my fencing while I'm on top of unicycle because I think that the odd motion of me rocking back and forth will distract my opponent. That is true, and I think this is going to be very, very difficult to to do in a meaningful way. I fully believe you can get like 1 or 2 spells countered a game with it. But also like you would counter more spells just having counter spells and playing Rhystic Study. Uh okay. Wow. Okay, wow. Um I think a really good example, this sounds really similar to Lantern Control. It's not as bad as Lantern Control because you can kind of stop, nobody can cast a 2 mana spell if I have a 2 mana spell on top of my library. But it's the same type of like, ooh, I'm gonna do this really clever thing to hold down the whole table, and it just doesn't exist in Commander. It only exists when your deck is significantly, significantly better in card quality than the other decks around you. So let me play test this and see how we're currently going. All right, we got some lands, we got a Mystical Tutor, we have Counterbalance. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. I'm gonna get like an underground whatever. Oh sure, Hollowed Fountain will do it. I shock in, Hollowed Fountain. Bam. Counterbalance. Eat some, or get some. Eat my ass. I get Talisman of Progress out. I Mystical Tutor. I don't really know what the tutor target would be here, because I don't think there is an instant or sorcery that lets me get the thing on top. Holy fuck, a Blightsteel's in. Holy fuck. I guess I could Mystical Tutor a Vampiric Tutor. So if I were to get Vampiric Tutor, what would I grab that would then solve all my problems? Teferi doesn't do it. Penance kind of does it because it lets me use my hand, and I have something at 1, 2, and 3. So I Mystical Tutor. Whoops. On my next turn, go away. You're not here. I draw Vamp Tutor. On this turn, I wouldn't even want a Thought Vessel because I theoretically know the line I'm going for. I would Vamp Tutor, put Penance on top. Now turn 5, I Penance. Now turn 5, I can stop 1 mana spells, 2 mana spells, 3 mana spells, but I only get 1 shot each time, which is very notable. Like I can't go, you cast a 1 mana spell, I'll stop it, and then somebody else casts a 2, then somebody else casts a 1. I can't snip, snap, snip, snap. But I can stop something. And what do I currently have on top? I have a 12. Hey, you try to cast a 12 mana spell, bro? You are fucketed. I am getting you, all right? I am sending you to the morgue. So we would never reveal this. And now we have Oh, but we wouldn't even know. We don't get to look ahead of time. So we would probably not gamble for this. Wait, I don't even get to know what this is. I'm gonna shuffle because I don't get to know. Yeah, I really don't believe in this as a bracket 4 quality lock because we're also creatureless. We don't have the black pips to necro. And like obviously there is Zur the Enchanter in our command zone. I play Zur the Enchanter and start doing stuff that way, but I feel like the only thing to do is get Rhystic Study and play it as a Rhystic Study deck. Maybe that's the combo, like by the combined powers of Rhystic Study, Counterbalance, and Penance. That's my like 3-card lock. That still seems really flighty. So I polluted Delta. Sure, whatever. This is the OG duel. Pay no attention to the fact that it's not technically an OG duel. Wowza. Wowza. I think I might have to shuffle that. Golly, I kind of want to shuffle that. We don't have to. I get to draw City of Brass. Next turn I go City of Brass, or well, I'll play my tap land. Turn 3, I play this. I can go grab Rhystic Study. So I'm going turn 4 Rhystic Study. Which kind of hurts because it's really going to slow down my commander. Maybe I go turn 4 my commander. But golly gosh, that is slow. Rhystic Study still burning a hole in my hand. Turn 5. Swing. Let's go get let's go get Penance. And then let's play this. Let's go I think there's some other line I could have done that would allow me to. So I think Rhystic Study's not here yet. I tutored for Counterbalance in the first place. So now I have Counterbalance Penance. I can stop 1 mana spells, 2 mana spells, 3 mana. I can stop 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty good. But it's turn 5, and I committed no creatures before now, and this also assumes that I haven't had to use any of my interaction. Okay. I don't have a lot of great suggestions aside from therapy. Like this seems to me like a dungeon master type deck. And what I mean by that is a deck where like showing people the thing is more important than doing it as a cooperative thing, because the stuff I'm thinking about that we could do to improve it is needing to assemble and maintain this lock for multiple turns in the face of competent decks feels impossible. Not only do we have blind spots in the curve for people who are just like, maybe somebody's doing a turn 4 deck where they're just like fucking Voltroning. We've given people multiple turns to get in under us. Like, we can't set this lock up fast. We don't have a particularly powerful lock once we get it going, because every mana value is effectively like one shot only. So the table can really easily collude around the stuff we're doing and go like, okay, I've burnt the 2 mana option. You try to burn the 3 mana option, and you effectively like you can turn a lot of stuff that's not a counterspell into a counterspell, which is really, really compelling. But I do not think an entire game plan it makes, because your draw power just isn't good enough. And like everything we tutor out to set up this lock is much worse than tutoring out Rhystic Study or Necropotence, which are both in your deck. And the ways we could improve it is to go, well, we dropped the 7 mana stuff. I don't know what our exact land count is, but it felt kind of low, 35. Okay, so not brutally low, but kind of on the low end. It didn't seem like we had a lot of other great... Yeah, we have some ramp, but we don't have a preponderance of it. And so we're not getting to this mana, this like high mana, I take over the game with a Debtor's Knell, which I frankly don't think takes over the game to begin with. Like, I can't see how Debtor's Knell wins. I can't see how Omniscience wins or how One with the Multiverse wins. Like, these are really big bomb spells. But we don't seem to have any of the lines that go like, okay, I've stuck Omniscience. I am now going to play through my entire library and Thoracle. I am going to play through my library until I hit this like 3-card like if you had the Heliod Walking Ballista combo in here, like the stuff that we have to win the game kind of seems like an afterthought, and stuff that we only went after because we went like, well, you sure do cost $1 million fucking dollars. And maybe I'm missing some specific lines. No, this deck is all spite. Never mind. Seeing this little crab asshole. And like, Blightsteel is about the only one I believe in, but it's also 12 mana, which we're like never, ever, ever getting to. And so the problem is, the way you make this better is you have a combo that you can achieve more succinctly once the lock is established. That way you don't have to hold it for as long. I believe in your ability to hold back the masses for like a turn or two. I don't believe in this lock lasting much longer than that, unless you get a like, I have Counterbalance, Penance, Rhystic Study, and nobody ever finds a way to get around those. Like, which is a really tough ask in bracket 4. Like, I would believe in it more if we could assemble it sooner, but we're slow to assemble it, and it's pretty creaky, and it has to last a long time. But if we make those win cons tighter, they're almost certainly going to be win cons based around Zur the Enchanter, and everyone's going to give you a bunch of grief because they're going to be like, Bolus, my guy, why the fuck are you tutoring this weird counterbalance lock when you could have like necropotenced into your deterministic game win 5 turns ago? And that's going to create a whole different problem within the deck. And so I think the sweet spot, and none of these are like jumping out in my mind, but the sweet spot would be, what is a win I can begin assembling with like 5 or 6 mana permanents? Because I just don't think the lock can last long enough. And I don't think we can tutor, we can't tutor Smothering Tithe, so we can't rely on that as an infinite mana source. I don't think the lock can last long enough to cast things like Ulamog the Infinite Gyre. I think you could maybe last long enough to try to slam other CEDH cards like Tivit. But I don't even think you can get to Tivit's game win, because that's Time Sieve, which is an artifact. And so we're fighting ourselves every step of the way. And then, oh god, what a wasted card Fortune Teller's Talent is in this deck. Because we play it, hey, look at that, we get to look at the top. Sick. We so many lands coming our way. And then we like ponder too. Wow. I'm shuffling that. Holy God. Great. Thank you. Turn 3. We can do this. And now turn 4, we can get our commander out. And like this whole time, we've been telling a bracket 4 table, do whatever you want, my guys. Like we could take a turn off to cast Imprisoned in the Moon to deal with one problem, but I genuinely believe that if we do that, we are probably throwing the game. Because it just takes so long for our proactive stuff to come through. So that means it's turn 5 with pain in our heart because we know it's on top of the deck. We swing this guy and tutor Rhystic Study out to the field. We can then go for counterbalance. Counterbalance Idyllic Tutor. This does allow us to play, like, just these two. We don't have the lock because we don't have penance, but we can play a kind of funny mind game because we can go, Rhystic Trigger, do you pay the 1? And they go, no, and you go, oh, interesting, I don't draw, and then flip over the 2. Like, you can kind of mess with them a little bit on if you take the May Trigger. But even then, it's like we've done all this so that turn 5, we can stop 2 mana spells. We get to draw a buttload of cards off a Rhystic Study. Great. And now we go for penance. And this is on turn 6, where most bracket 4 games have been over at this point, unless there is a control player doing their damnedest to slow everybody down. And you're not that guy, because we're spending the whole first 3 to 4 turns just trying to get to Zur and tutor out the parts that have to work with counterbalance for the lock. And so what can we cover now? We can cover 2, 3, 8, and 6. And then we're showing a 3 on top. Whew. You know, that's still leaving a lot of holes in my estimation. Like if somebody goes to... We're not stopping... God, we're not even stopping 4 drops. We can't stop... If we're against another combo player, so like if we're against a mid-range player, we can't stop 4 drops and 5 drops. Doesn't feel good to me. If we're against another combo player, we can't stop things they tutor. We can't stop... Can we stop Vigor? That's like a pretty relevant... We can't stop Nature's Claim. We can't stop Force of Vigor. Okay. With regret in my heart, I have to tell you, I do not think this is a viable deck idea. I think anything we do to make this better is only going to come off as condescending to whatever groups you play it in, because the only thing you can do to make it, like, air quotes, work better is to shave these really, really expensive cards for other things that can let you turbo the counterbalance lock sooner, at which point you probably could have tutored any other Zerwin. Like, it is... The lock succeeding means a better plan could have succeeded a turn earlier. And I think that is an Ouroboros. I think the MC Escher staircase. I don't think there's any way to escape that reality with Zur the Enchanter. I think the only way you could mechanically do it is if you strapped yourself into like bracket 2 gaming, and then it's not appropriate at bracket 2 because it's a super fucking annoying thing to do. So strictly mechanical, your win cons need work. I have a vote of no confidence in Debtor's Knell. Here, let me organize these by mana value, because you said the big stuff. Yeah, big stuff ends the game through the lock. I don't believe in Teferi because I don't believe in your ability to control creatures. Don't really believe in Norn's Annex, again, because I don't believe in your ability to get these things out quickly enough Don't believe in Debtor's Knell doing it. I don't believe in one with the multiverse doing it. I kind of Emrakul, Blightsteel, Ulamog, even Portal to Phyrexia, all of these right now just seem like they take too long. Like the lock has to hold up for many, many turns that I just don't see us having the gas to do. So for me, I don't think I can help this deck.